Listen, I have a PSA for those of you that have starter locks, and you're gonna wanna hear this. And I apologize in advance if this blows your mind. Peace, family. Welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful for your presence. If you are looking for inspiration, tips, or wellness along your lock journey, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss what's coming next here on the channel. In today's video, I am going to challenge the way that you think about locks, and I just want to apologize in advance because I know probably everything that I'm going to share today is going to be the complete opposite of what you may have heard when you're caring for locks. And that's okay, because there are different philosophies. If you have not checked out that video I posted about the different hair locking philosophies, definitely make sure you watch that video. If this is like, what is happening, mind-boggling, I can't believe she's telling me this, just watch the video. So I have 7 tips that I want to share for you if you are in the starter lock phase, you're about to start your locks, and you're doing your research, okay? We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So the first tip, and I'd say the number 1 tip, is that water is your friend. Right? Most people will tell you, don't wash your hair, don't put any water on your hair, keep it away from water. No, not here, not ever, okay? Water is your friend. That means shampoo your hair, moisturize your hair. When you're taking a shower, go ahead and let them babies kind of get a little water, kind of get a little sprinkle on them. It's okay. It is okay. All right, water is your friend. Tip number 1. If you don't hear anything else, water is your friend. Number 2, oil is your enemy. Wait. I know. Hear me out, okay? Most times you will hear advice that says, oil your hair every day, put oil in your hair. You remember back in the day when we were younger and we greased our scalps? Maybe you're too young for that, but a lot of times grease was used. However, when you have locks, oil is your enemy. Now, I'm not saying don't ever oil your hair and your scalp. What I am saying is you want to be conservative. You want to be very light-handed when using oil, because it will lead to buildup. You'll hear it all throughout my channel. Lint is attracted to the oil in your hair. So if you're oiling your hair all the time, guess what you'll have in your hair, in your locks. And I don't want that for you, okay? So water is your friend, oil is your enemy, and number 3, condition your hair. I know this is probably confusing, because a lot of times they'll say, or rather it's a big controversy, should you condition, should you not condition? You should condition your hair. However, with starter locks, it does not need to look like cream conditioner. You can condition your babies with an herbal rinse. An herbal rinse is a liquid form of conditioning for the hair that gives all the benefits of a cream conditioner without the cream being built up in the hair. All right, so water is your friend, oil is your enemy, condition your hair. All right, top three. Let me know in the comments if you agree with the top 3, or if you have another top 3 tips for those that have starter locks. Put it in the comment section below. Tip number 4, and I hate to be the one to tell you this, but I'm telling you this because I love you. Your scalp is going to itch. Yes, it's going to itch. It's going to itch. Those of you that may be watching that have had locks for a while, in the comments, think back to when you had locks. Not when you had locks, when you had your starter locks. Did your scalp itch? Just put it in the comments. Your scalp is going to itch. I've started my personal self 3 sets of locks each and every time. the itching is present. It's just like a rite of passage for starter locks. So your scalp is going to itch. Be prepared for that. One of the easiest things you can do is have an astringent moisturizer like the Pure Scalp by Crown Elements. That is going to soothe the scalp without causing any type of buildup and just give you some relief. I will link you also in the description to a video I made about itchy scalp solutions. All right, make sure you check that out. But your scalp is gonna itch, okay? You've been warned. Tip number 5, and also very much, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but again, I feel like it helps when you're on this journey. Unraveling is gonna happen. Unraveling is normal. You're gonna start your locks, and I'm not claiming this for you, I'm just hypothetically speaking. You're gonna start your locks and you're gonna wash your hair, right? Gonna wash your hair. And when you wash your hair, nothing's gonna happen. They're gonna be your nice, beautiful locks that are starting to bud. And you're gonna say, oh my gosh, I love them. Like this is great. And then you're gonna go wash your hair again and half of them will unravel. Not come out completely, but they'll loosen up a lot. And you'll say, oh my gosh, it's okay, it's happened to the best of us, all right? I just posted a video about my beginning stages, first couple weeks, and they are still unraveling. In fact, my locks unraveled for the first 2 years. All right, so it's totally normal, not just from my experience, but also for locks that I've birthed. Unraveling is normal, it happens, it's okay. Put them back in, keep going. Don't give up just because it doesn't look like or feel like your hair is locking. It takes time. You'll always hear people say, trust the process and patience is key. They're not saying that for their health. Like, those 2 ingredients are essential. All right, that's another tip. I didn't even account that, but that's another tip. Definitely take that one with you. And tip number 6, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you're here to cultivate your locks into a particular like aesthetic. Maybe you have a size preference. Maybe you have a length preference. Maybe you have just a vision for your locks that you are striving to achieve. And so with that vision, you will be regularly grooming, retwisting, retightening your locks. If that is true, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you up front with your starter locks to set a schedule for how you are going to groom, retwist, shape, cultivate, whatever word you want to use. Set a schedule for that, okay? The reason for that is because time just moves so fast, life be lifing, and before you know it, you're like, oh my gosh, it's been weeks since I washed my hair. It's been weeks since I retwist. Things are unraveling. What's that smell? What's going on with my hair? Just up front, set a schedule and just keep it on autopilot. When that alarm goes off in your calendar, phone, whatever, you see it, go ahead and do what you said you were gonna do, which is your hair. If you're DIY, you know, if you have a loctician, just go to your appointment, make your next appointment before you leave that appointment, okay? Set a schedule, it'll set you up, set your locks up for success, all right? And last but not least, because there are so many other tips that I have, but these are like my top 7. Last tip, protect your hair at night. And by protection, I mean wear a scarf. So many times we hear wear a bonnet or put a bonnet on your head. When you have starter locks and you put a bonnet on your head, you are giving a lot of space for your starter locks to move and have like friction and just essentially create frizz. And your hairs go to frizz regardless, because that is how locks lock. The frizz is necessary. If you want them to be extra frizzy, go ahead and wear the bonnet. But if you are striving to control some of that frizz and try to minimize how rebellious your locks are, tame them with a scarf, all right? So just protect your hair at night, whether it's a scarf or a bonnet, just something to protect your hair, keep it moisturized, and just feeling amazing. So these are my top 7 tips that I have for starter locks. And again, if this was confusing, like you may have not heard it put like this, make sure you go ahead and watch that video about the hair locking philosophies. And if this was helpful to you, definitely hit that like button. I invite you also to join my digital text club. I have put the link in the description box in my digital text club. It just allows us to connect beyond social media. And if you have more questions, of course you can post them in the comments here, but you can also text me in the digital text club, all right? And one last thing, I can't let you leave without me telling you this. If you're looking for tips, inspiration, wellness along your lock journey, make sure you hit subscribe and add me to your journey. I would love to help you cultivate the healthiest of the locks possible. Subscribe, notification bell, and as always, I'm wishing you peace, love, and good vibes.